CNN's Pamela Brown goes to interview a Christian theocrat who wants to turn America into a Christian theocracy, and he's a very much of a MAGA guy, this guy named Doug Wilson, and he is starting little Christian theocracy churches all over the nation, like fucking franchises. And she goes out there to interview him, and he says some stuff, yo. He really does say some stuff. I'm surprised that she was able to contain herself, but anyway, let's have a listen.
Christchurch senior pastor Doug Wilson makes no apologies for his beliefs on God and country.
I'd like to see the town be a Christian town. I'd like to see the state be a Christian state. I'd like to see the nation be a Christian nation. And I'd like to see the world be a Christian world.
I mean, look, the world aside, we are a secular nation. We have a separation of church and state. You cannot force your religion on the population. They have the freedom, according to the First Amendment of the Constitution, that they have religious rights, and that is also a right to not have your religion shoved down their throats.
And now Wilson's controversial views as a Christian nationalist are gaining sway in the nation's center of power.
And by the way, I just want to let you know that the Secretary of Defense, Pete Kegsbreath, he loves this guy. He's shown up to his church. He's tweeted about him. Just food for thought.
With the recent opening of his new church and high-profile parishioners like Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
Is planting a church in D.C. part of your mission to try to turn this into a Christian nation?
Yes. So every society is theocratic. The only question is who's theo in a secular.
No, honey, not every society is a theocracy. No, it's not. If it's a democracy, it's not based on religion. We used to make fun of like Middle East nations that are primarily Muslim and, calling them Islamic nations and Islamic theocrats. And we used to say that as a pejorative, like it was a bad thing. But you want to have like what, the Christian Taliban here? You want to have like Christian, theocracy here? You want to have like a Christian jihad? Is that what you want?
Democracy, it would be demos, the people. In a Christian republic, it'd be Christ.
Well, what would you say to someone watching this and say, look, I'm a Muslim. Who are you to say your
How about an atheist like me?
Worldview is better than mine, that your God is better than mine?
Well, if I went to Saudi Arabia, I would fully expect to live under their God's rules.
But you said earlier that you want this to be a Christian world.
Yes.
So you want to supplant their religion with your Christian.
Yes, by peaceful means, by sharing the gospel. There's a lot of work yet to do. I believe that we are working our little corner of the vineyard.
Wilson's little corner, a picture.
That looks like a compound. Jesus, that's a church? Okay.
Picturesque campus nestled on the outskirts of downtown Moscow, Idaho, is growing by the day with thousands of like-minded Christians. Parishioners of his church, known as Kirkers, own and operate several businesses downtown, next to liberal college town stores.
If it's true.
Why did he yell boo? Because it's
because of me.
Because of you.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah, because they, hey, look, what can I do? I hate the gays and I hate the libs, I mean, I preach every Sunday on the pulpit how, they're being influenced by Satan and they're horrible people, and we need to cleanse our country of that kind of people. But I don't know why they boo me. It's not like I say anything real bad or anything.
That's a regular day for you.
That's not unusual.
A big focus of his Christian movement is on a patriarchal society where men are dominant and women are expected to submit to their husbands.
Women are the kind of people that people come out of.
So you just think they're meant to have babies. That's it. They're just a vessel.
No, it doesn't take any talent to simply reproduce biologically.
Jesus Christ! And this guy is, he's got a flock of people that listen to him. Women ain't nothing but birth canals and a place for me to stick my dick, goddammit, and give you the holy juice so you can make a baby for me. It don't take no talent to shit out a kid, and I want you barefoot and pregnant all the goddamn time. What's wrong with you? This is Christian theocracy here, folks. Come on, Handmaid's Tale, bring it on.
The wife and mother, who is the chief executive of the home, is entrusted with 3 or 4 or 5 eternal souls.
I'm here as a working journalist, and I'm a mom of 3.
Good for you.
Is that an issue
No.
for you?
And no, it's not automatically an issue.
Not yet. Not yet. But I mean, soon, when the nation becomes and evolves into what I want it to be, then you might have to quit your job, honey. I mean, you might be, I don't know about your old birthing hips there, but you might be a little too old, to be a vessel for my child, but, maybe you could be a wet nurse.
Josh and Amy Prince, along with their 4 kids, moved here from Washington State.
Do you see Amy as your equal?
Yes and no. In the sense that we're both saved by grace, we're absolutely on equal footing. But we have very different purposes, God-given.
But do you see yourself as the head of the household, as the man?
He is the head of our household.
Yes.
Yes, and I do submit to him.
So like moving
God,
here
it's such a
I was
cult.
just
was
gonna say that.
ultimately your decision.
Yes.
That's a great
That's a great example.
Wilson says in his vision of a Christian society, women as individuals shouldn't be able to vote. His fellow pastors, Jared...
Oh yeah, let's not forget that, because ultimately that's what they want to go back to. They want the conservative Christians, they want voting rights taken away from women, and they want to be able to not just vote for themselves and vote for their wives, but they also want to vote for their children. And since, I am prolific and I had 16 kids, that means I get 18 votes, 16 kids, me and my wife, I get to go there and vote 18 times. And that liberal cat lady who ain't got no kids, she don't get to vote. And if you happen to be a gay man out there, okay, maybe you can vote because you're a guy, but you ain't got no kids, so you only get the 1 vote. So, I mean, it sucks to suck. I'm just saying, that's what the Lord told me.
Longshore and Toby Sumter agree.
In my ideal society, we would vote as households. And I would ordinarily be the one that would cast the vote, but I would cast the vote having discussed it with my household.
But what if there's
and I'm going to tell my wife what's what, and that was the discussion. I'm voting for Trump, and I'm voting for Trump for you too. Hey, we discussed it.
your wife doesn't want to vote for the same
Right.
person as you?
Right. Well, then that's a great opportunity for a good discussion.
There are some who
until she submits to my will, because I am the head.
have gone so far as to say that they want the 19th Amendment repealed.
I would support that.
Isn't that lovely? Another white man deciding on the rights of women. That sounds like a just chef's kiss, baby. You know, it's been over 100 years since women got the right to vote, and they've shown what kind of uppity creatures they are. And they want some goddamn rights, and they want their own goddamn credit card. You know, they want to be able to go out and get like a job, and they ain't birthing no babies. Come on now. We can't be having that. Not in this Christian land of our Lord.
Supported on the basis that the atomization that comes with our current system is not good for humans.
Yeah, it's because women have the right to vote. That's why we have an atomization, not because you guys are constantly fucking everything up, trying to bend everybody's will to your Christian will. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with, there's an atomization. You know, there's this split, you see? Women want to have rights, and we don't. And since I'm bigger and stronger, I'm just going to take their rights away. I don't know what the big deal is. Why do women have a problem with this?
And Wilson, a veteran himself, is unapologetic about his view that women shouldn't be in certain leadership or combat roles.
Looking at the leadership page for Christ
It's pretty
Church,
white.
it's all men. Do
White
you accept
men.
women in leadership roles in the church and in
God,
in
look
government?
at these motherfuckers. Every last one of these guys. Good God, let's take a look-see again. Come on now. These are some real macho, masculine, alpha male types. Look at these guys. Oh my God.
Looking at the leadership page for Christ Church,
Look at these guys, man. Just male specimens, AAA rated hotties.
it's all men. Do you accept women in leadership?
Wait, oh my God. This guy will never, ever, ever get laid. But with Christ Church, I can make sure that the government provides me a wife that I can impregnate and then eventually vote for.
Roles in the church and government?
In the church, no.
Why?
Because the Bible says not to.
Well, that's not what happens in the Bible. Women do lead all the time.
Progressive faith leader Reverend Jennifer Butler is concerned about Wilson's growing influence.
Oh,
He
by
is
the way,
rapidly-
I read the Bible. How about Queen Esther, man? She was in leadership position, and and the people that were under her rule really liked what she brought to the table. But women shouldn't be in leadership roles because they should be at home feeding my goddamn kids and making me a ham sandwich.
Gaining in power. He has hundreds of churches established around the country. They actually literally
Hundreds.
want to take over towns and cities, and they have access to this administration.
Wilson is part of a broader Christian nationalist movement making inroads with the Trump administration, with a newly created faith office led by evangelical pastor Paula White Kate.
Yeah, there she is, Paula White. Oh my God, man. That woman right there is a lunatic. And by the way, I know that she is teaching the prosperity doctrine, and that's her jam. But why are they eventually, honey, when the patriarchy actually does take hold, they ain't gonna let you fucking teach no more. I don't even know why they're letting you teach right now. You are a woman. Why aren't you making a sandwich for your children?
And people seen right outside the White House entrance praying and speaking in tongues.
We are standing on the soil of the White House, and we are declaring your word.
I mean, Jesus Christ. It is a cult. This is just a cult. I've spoken about it before. The Christian conservative combination coalition that happened in the early 70s, they were able to make it like a kind of a crossover where, when it comes to Christianity, you don't need empirical facts. You don't need to rationalize in your brain and use your thoughts. You need faith, and that's it. And the pastor gets his talking points from the Lord, and then he passes them on to you. And it's not to be questioned. It is just needed to be taken on faith. Well, conservatives are like, wow, we really like how you've got your masses all, on the straight and narrow, listening to every word you say. How can we get some of that action? And they managed to combine those two, the Christians and the conservatives. And now conservative people listen to Donald Trump like he is an evangelical megachurch pastor. And ultimately, that's where they wanted to go. So with this combination of Christianity and conservatism, they want to go to the Handmaid's Tale. I remember years and years ago, people were talking about that, and they're like, oh, God, you liberals, you're always so far-fetched, and you're reaching. That's never going to happen. And here we have a mega pastor with 100 affiliates across the country who is desperate to turn America into a Christian fucking theocracy.
And now there's a monthly prayer service at the Pentagon, initiated by Hegseth, Wilson's highest level connection to the administration.
It's not organizationally tied to us, but it's the kind of thing we love to see.
For his part, Hegseth has publicly praised Wilson.
Now we're standing on the shoulders of a generation later. The Doug Wilsons
Got enough flags
and the others.
behind you?
Wilson's influence spans the globe with more than 150 churches. Lennox Califungwa moved to Moscow from Africa.
Look, we don't need to go any further with this. It's all very disturbing and frightening, and completely against the Constitution to want to turn this nation into a Christian Taliban, a Christian theocracy. That is not what the founding fathers meant. I love Republicans always talking about the Constitution and, how much they love it so very, very much when it suits their needs. But the moment that it becomes an affront to their Christian beliefs, they're willing to throw it all out, the baby and the bathwater, because they want Christian superiority. They want Christian supremacy over the nation. And, if you're one of the good ones and you happen to be black or brown or, a Muslim, and you convert to Christianity, then, maybe we'll let you in. But if you're an atheist or you just want to practice your own religion, then that's going to be a problem. And we're going to have to do something about it. I mean, I have connections to the White House through the Secretary of Defense. And, if we see that you're not kind of following the rules that we want to impose upon you, then we might have to do something about it. I'm not saying anything. I'm just fucking saying. Anyway, Christian theocracy, man, Ben Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, John Hancock, they're all rolling over in their graves. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. Keep rocking.